What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of Crypto Crew University. This is where we keep crypto simple. Today's video, another exciting one. We're going to be uncovering the big secret to this big crash in crypto, and it's definitely not what you're expecting. If you're new here, you definitely want to join this movement. Hit that subscribe button right now. We're going to start by introducing you to Dorian. You met Dorian on the last video. Dorian is part of the Crypto Crew. This is Dorian's story. You guys commented how much Dorian made from the classes. So Dorian took my classes. He saw a big return on his investment. Congratulations to Dorian. The one who guessed the closest from last video was Howard Lee. Congratulations, Howard. What I want to show you next is something very exciting. My classes now have more than 100 reviews from students with an average score of 5 stars. It makes me so happy to be able to help people achieve their goals. I want to give you a quick review from Dr. Patil. Dr. Patil says, as a doctor, I constantly reduce complex terminology down into simple examples. As a newbie into crypto arena, I was pleased that Steve kept all his instructions as simple as possible. He kept me attentive with his relentless passion to teach and to guide us students. And he always concludes each class with praise to those of us who do the simple homework. Steven's enthusiasm is a true breath of fresh air. Thank you, Dr. Patil, and thank you to all of my students who left incredible reviews. It makes me so happy. You guys can read the review below and any reviews. And all my classes are linked down below. You can get started today. And if you have further questions about the classes, my personal email is below. Now, let's jump into the video. We're going to do this one a little bit different than what you're expecting. So let's first talk about where we left off with the past couple of videos. We started doing videos right about here about 10 days ago with a big sign, a big signal that came into crypto. We broke market structure, and we talked about how it's highly probable that we would be going lower than this break that we saw at 6,128. So that's where we left off, and what we had talked about has happened. But let's take a step back and talk about why this has happened. Now, what we want to talk about first is what the general public is saying about why this has happened. They're saying, oh, it's because of the big whales in this space. Oh, it's because of the futures contract pushing the price down. Oh, it's because of just market manipulation. It's because of different exchanges were hacked and money was stolen. Oh, it's because of just regulation uncertainty. What I want to make clear is you shouldn't pay attention to any of those things we just named. And let me be honest. Do we have market manipulation in crypto? 100% yes. Should we be concerned with market manipulation in crypto? 100% no. And the answer is simple. Guys, in every market on planet Earth, whether it's stocks, bonds, ETF, crypto, all of them have market manipulation, and they've had it for decades. It's out of our control. We can't control it with our two hands. It just adds us extra emotion and stress. Emotion is a money killer. I want to help you guys protect your money and grow your money. So the three reasons why we've seen this crash, we're going to go over today, and those 3 reasons can help you protect your money and then grow your money. That's what we want to focus on here. We don't want to focus on things that we can't control with our 2 hands. So, reason number 1 is called the trend is your friend. And if you guys are taking notes at home, I highly recommend you write this down. What does that mean, the trend is your friend? What we did here is we drew a trend line. We're going to zoom in on this, and then we're going to talk about a bigger trend. The trend is your friend is look at the chart. All answers are always inside the chart, not in the news. Don't pay attention to the news. Pay attention to the chart, the price action. We have been in this trend for about 43 days. The trend is your friend, meaning we're going to continue this trend until we break it. We haven't come close to breaking it yet, so we're going to continue it. So you have to pay attention to the trend. That's the trend for 43 days. If you zoom out, we have been in a downtrend, a bear market, for 6 months. Okay, that's our bigger trend. So the overall trend, the trend is your friend, this is a downtrend. Okay, and we talked about how following the trend is important. So when we hit this trend line, we bounce down. When we hit it again, we bounce down. When we hit it the third time, we bounce down. When we came to it the fourth time, we bounce down. The trend is your friend, meaning we're going to continue this trend until we break through this trend line. All right, so we have to keep that in mind. We also have the trend in the RSI. Let's zoom in here. This is the daily RSI here on Coinigy. We are looking at the daily chart in Bitcoin. So for 2 months, we have been following this downtrend. We have been creating lower high, lower high, lower high. We've been creating lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. What was that? 5 lower lows in a row. So we have to pay attention to the trend that we're in. This will always dictate what's going to happen in the future. So the rule number 1 to be able to figure out why these things are happening, the trend is your friend. The second thing we need to talk about is market structure. And that's what we alluded to in the beginning. Really pay attention. To put this really simply, everybody always wonders what happens to the right. All right, what's going to happen in the future to the right of price action? All of this is the future. This is the unknown. No human on planet Earth can predict it. However, we can make really educated guesses by looking left. We need to look left. That's always going to tell us what's going to happen in the future. When we look left, we realize that we broke market structure. We created our low here, February 5th, 6th. We created a higher low, and we created a higher high. We were in a mini uptrend, still in a bear market, clear bear market. We've been talking about that for months, but we are in an uptrend. And then we broke market structure. When we break market structure, it's highly probable that you continue to go further down. All right, so market structure is very critical. I'm going to show you a very important chart a little bit later that is also good news. It's going to make you a little bit happy. So we always need to provide good news. Here on this channel, we always talk about just keeping it honest, keeping it real. We don't fluff anything up saying Bitcoin's going to the moon or Bitcoin's crashing to zero. We actually keep it honest, and that's what I believe in. It's how I would want to view what this space is doing. So rule number 1, trend is your friend. Rule number 2, market structure. Really pay attention to if we break market structure, then you know what's going to happen in the future. Number 3 is this overall situation, what we're in now. This is a market cycle. This is a bear market. Now, we shouldn't be that worried about the bear market. What's happening now, is very, very healthy for the future growth of crypto. Very healthy. So I know it's stressful. I know it's agonizing and it's not fun. However, when you look at the big picture, we're in great shape. This is what the market needed. All right. We haven't seen a bear market in many years. And in fact, in 9 years in crypto, this is the second bear market. This was much needed. To put things in perspective, the price that we're at right now, 6,220. We were at this prices, guys, just a handful of months ago, back in November. All right, this is not the end of the world. Okay, we're just back here where we were in November. Okay, that's pretty good. And like I keep telling you guys, this downfall right here is 70%. The worst is behind us. Can we continue down from here? Yes, but if you think about 70%, we're not going to go much lower than 85%. All right, 85% is only 15% lower than here, but each 10% is 2,000. You have to measure it from the top, not from where we are now. So the worst is definitely behind us. That's very good news. Another important thing to keep in mind is where we touched down was exactly where we touched down on February 6th. Okay, that's good news. We're holding support there for now. and that's pretty strong support as it's played out into the past. All right, so these are important things to keep in mind when looking, but those are the three reasons why you've seen this market crash, okay? Again, pay attention to the things that you can control. You want to protect your money and you want to grow your money. You don't want to focus on all the excess. The reality is 90% of investors fail. Only 10% of you watching this video are going to succeed. And there's only two reasons that separate everybody. Just two. Number one, you have to control emotion. All of those things we named in the beginning, oh, market manipulation, whales, oh, this, those are all playing on your emotion. And those things will help you kill your money. I want to help you protect your money and grow your money. The second thing is strategy. Most people come into crypto without a good strategy. In fact, not a strategy really at all. And those are the two things that separate people. You have to have a very good proven strategy, and you need to be able to control emotion. If you can do those two things, you're going to succeed. It's that simple. So I want to cover Ethereum next, and then I want to show you a chart that's very interesting. Also good news. Ethereum, what you see here is a very different setup than you see in Bitcoin. We made our bottom in Ethereum out here on 4.5. One of the most important prices that we keep stressing in Ethereum is 400. It's probable that in the next little while we're going to come and test that $400 level again. $400 level with Ethereum has been critical for many months. Many months. All right, we held support in these levels, we touched it in these levels, we held it in these levels, and even way back here in this area, all the way back near September. So many months, Ethereum is held very strongly at 400. So I don't suspect that we're going to have a lot of trouble falling below 400, but I highly suspect that in the coming weeks or months, we're going to test 400 again. However, one thing that I would like to point out with bear markets, again, this is really healthy. When we bottom in the bear market, that will be the absolute best financial opportunity of your life by far. By far. I can't stress this enough. We've talked about it in a ton of different videos. When we finally bottom out, which, you know, it may be next week, it may be a couple months from now, it may be definitely a couple months from now. When we bottom out, that, my friends, is going to be the best opportunity, and you need to be ready. Also, I believe in the next few weeks we're going to have a bounce up, definitely a bounce up in the next handful of weeks. So you need to be prepared for that bounce up. You need to be educated and have a strategy so that you can make back the money that you lost and then some. All right, and just be smart about what you guys are doing. It looks here, our stochastics had a break. We're pointing downward. We have this downward trend in the RSI. We have this downward trend here. We're getting pretty oversold, right? The RSI is at 35. We're getting pretty oversold. That's why I say in the next week or two, we're going to have a bounce up for sure. We're getting pretty overextended to the downside. So keep an eye out for that. I want to show you this next chart here. This is total market cap. This is on coinmarketcap.com, total market cap. Very interesting here. Good news for you. Good news. So we made our bottom. Just look at this chart here. Look at the market structure. Again, we have not broken market structure in terms of total market cap. Good sign. We bottomed in April at about 250 billion. All right, down from, what was it, it says 819 here. I have a 837 in my mind. I don't know if this is accurate, but we had 250. We bottomed at 250, and then we double bottomed. Okay, we double bottomed. You guys probably hear that term a lot. We double bottomed in market cap. We haven't broke market structure. Good sign, because Bitcoin right now is holding that critical level right under 6,000, which we've held previously in February, and then in the recent months before that. So These are good things. We need to see how this situation plays out, but again, the trend is your friend. We're still in this downtrend. We need to pay attention to these levels here, and we need to break this market structure here in the next week or two. All right, so that's what we have for you today. Let me know in the comments what coins you want covered next, and then we have a couple announcements to get to here in the Crypto Crew. One of them is, oh, this is really important, and this is something that makes me proud of this channel. Remember, I'm not growing this channel myself. It's all of you guys that come in. Show your positivity. You're giving thumbs up. You're positive to each other in the comments. We're creating a powerful movement here. But one thing we do not do that we're very proud of is take paid advertising. Unfortunately, the high majority of YouTubers take paid advertising, and contractually they don't tell you that they're doing it, and they're promoting coins and projects and doing interviews with the CEOs, and they have to only say the good things and hype up the coin so that you go and buy it, and you're probably going to lose money. They're just they're lying. They're basically 100% lying, and I don't like that. We've never done that. I've never taken money, even though I get ridiculous amounts of emails and they're DMing me all the time. Steve, please cover this coin, please interview with this CEO, please. We'll pay you 1,000, we'll pay you 3,000, we'll pay you 4,000. I've never taken a dime, and because we believe in integrity here in this movement. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want somebody to pay me to lie. That's dirty. But I do talk about my classes. My classes are something I actually believe in, and something that's proven to be very successful, and that's proven to help everybody. If I have something that helps people and I actually believe in it and it actually works, I'm going to talk about it. And especially if I built it with my two hands and I stand behind it 100%, and obviously my students are behind it. You can see by the reviews and the results. So that's something we're proud of here, and I just want to make that clear. The last thing, oh, that is the last thing. The last thing is, have a beautiful day, guys. I know this can be very stressful, and I want to try to provide you guys some insight that you guys can use. Again, protect that money and grow that money. Don't focus on all the outside noise and all that emotion, and you guys will be just fine. Again, I can't stress this enough that when we do bottom, we're in this bear market, it's very stressful. When we make our way to the bottom, those are going to be the best financial opportunities of your lifetime, Think about it with what's happening right now. In my mind, we're getting a little bit off track, but maybe you'll enjoy this. It's very similar to the dot-com crash. What we're experiencing right now is the dot-com crash. In my opinion, 100%. Dot-com, the internet, a new technology, grew super fast, went really sky high, and then crashed down. Did it go away? No. Did people stop using the internet? No. Almost a lot of those companies died. It needed to happen. Most of them were scams. Same in crypto. Most of them were scams. They needed to die, and they're dying out. Look at the total coins that we have in today's world. They keep dying. It's a good thing. We need that. The internet then had a resurgence and grew phenomenally after that big crash out. That's what's going to happen in crypto, all right? And that should get you very excited. Think about if you invested in Amazon back in, 2002, when it was, $17? Think about that, guys. We're going to have that experience in crypto, and you need to be ready. This opportunity we have right now in crypto, when we're in this down market, it's time to learn. Take time, learn. When we start turning that corner, you need to be educated on what to do to maximize that money. And it'll be easy for you guys, if you're educated, to make back that money you lost and then make profit. All right? And that's what I want to see you do. I want to see you in that 10%. I do not want to see you in the 90 percentile. So, I know we got a little bit off track. I hope you guys like that information. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in next video. Thank you guys for this powerful community that we're creating here. Each one of you is creating to this community and creating this movement. So thank you. I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love to the crypto crew. I look forward to welcoming you in to the classes.